And hello again, everyone. We welcome you to the second round of the football playoffs from Clymer Stadium in Columbus Grove. We've got a great matchup in Division 7 as we're going to see a rematch of the regular season, a pretty good one at that, as the undefeated Bulldogs of Columbus Grove take on the T-Birds of LCC. With Miles Holliday, I'm Randy Roberts. Partner, we found out early the end of the weekend that we were going to be headed back here. We saw when these two met the first time right back here at Clymer Stadium. Looking forward to another good one tonight.
That was a classic, wasn't it? A couple plays here and there. Maybe an onside kick is called in favor of LCC. Maybe they win that football game. Really, the best that anyone has played Columbus Grove all year long has been this LCC team.
Hey, we want to tell you that a pregame show tonight is brought to you by Lima Chevrolet Cadillac, the area's premier Chevrolet Cadillac dealer in the greater Lima area. Serving Lima for over 100 years, we are proud to call this home. And let's take a look at the bracket as we talked about here, as Columbus Grove got a pretty comfortable win over North Baltimore to advance. We were on hand for that opening round matchup between LCC and Pandora Gilboa. And after this round, we're going to move on to neutral sites. So the winner of this one is going to get either Mohawk or Macomb. And we'll find out Saturday night, Sunday morning, where the location of that one is.
A lot of familiar names on that board, right? This Columbus Grove team, how they do it? Well, they like to run the football and they create turnovers. Picked off 4 passes in that first half against North Baltimore last week, so that was easy peasy for them to move on. And, of course, Lima Central Catholic, Randy, I thought at times last week against Pandora Gilboa, they had played their best football. But then they kind of went into a lull and allowed Pandora Gilboa to get back in that football game. So both teams are ready to go for this one.
Take a look at the playoff histories of these two squads as well. Very similar, especially the number of appearances. Each team in the playoffs now for the 18th time in school history. For LCC, it is their 8th in a row where they own a record of 25-18, and they've advanced to the state semifinals 4 times. Really, the only difference is that state championship for Grove, also in for the 18th time with that 2003 state championship.
Both teams, they value football at their schools, and the coaches understand that, and more importantly, the players understand that. That tradition builds more tradition.
As we said, this is a rematch of the regular season, 28-20. The regular season contest won by Columbus Grove, and we're looking for another good one. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to give you the starting lineups and the keys to the game when we return to our Lima Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show right after this. Randy and Miles back with you once again here at Clymer Stadium in Columbus Grove. And again, our pregame show brought to you by Lima Chevrolet Cadillac, the area's premier Chevrolet and Cadillac dealer in the greater Lima area. Serving Lima for over 100 years, we are proud to call this home. All right, partner, let's take a look at the starting lineups for this one. Let's start with the visitors tonight. The T-Birds of LCC, again, got off to that big jump in that huge lead on Pandora Gilboa before having to hold them off late to get that 33-28 win.
Yeah, they did, right? But played just well enough to get that win. That was a very good Pandora Gilboa football team, especially in that second half. How about Brady Parker, the sophomore, who I could argue that nobody improved throughout the season more than Brady Parker. 4 TDs on the ground last week, 1 through the air. He was absolutely fantastic. Now, there is one thing that if you're Scott Pulte that you got to feel good about in this second matchup against this Grove team. If you remember when they played a couple weeks ago, Matthew Quatman was still coming back from an ankle injury, right? He really wasn't himself. Randy, you and I were there last week. I would say he's about as close to 100% as he can be. He was absolutely electric with his feet.
Defensively for LCC, a guy that we talked about as the night went on a week ago, is Lewis Knott. 6 sacks now for this T-Bird team, and Michael Quatman, what he's able to do. I don't know how much Grove will throw the football, considering that when these two met in the regular season, Trenton Barraza ran for 183 yards, but he's a guy, and of course, we're going to mention him a lot, and that is the tackling machine, that is Caden Falk.
He is a tackling machine indeed. It's going to be a fun battle. So many great matchups in this one. He's going to be looking at Trent Barraza, the all-world running back. Those two are going to battle each other all night long. Now, Randy, I do have to update you with one thing. Talked to Troy Parker, assistant coach over at LCC during pregame, and unfortunately, Carson Hefner hurt his ankle last week. He will not be a go today, so that means they're going to move Carter Lester, a young freshman that you and I saw. He was a physical dude last week. He's going to get the start there at that outside linebacker spot.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup now for Columbus Grove. As we said earlier in our pregame, eased their way past North Baltimore 42-8 in the opening round to get this quarterfinal matchup, and just a ho-hum, whatever kind of average evening for Trenton Barraza. 185 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns to give him 1,911 yards and 28 scores on the year.
He was absolutely spectacular 2 weeks ago when we had them against Bluffton. He was a focused, determined young man. He is one of those guys, Randy, that you could have him boxed up in the backfield and he still finds a way to get positive yardage. But the guys I want you to keep an eye on, Brady Basinger right there, number 7, he is the guy, they use him at tight end, but really like an H-back. When he comes in motion, he will clear out a path for Trent Barraza, a tremendous blocker. And then Grant Eversole, he is a guy that's improved tremendously throughout the year. He is their counter runner. Look how many times we saw them 2 weeks ago give an inside handoff after Barraza got the football on a counter, and there was nobody there because, rightfully so, everybody pays attention to Trent Barraza.
Defensively for Columbus Grove, led by Landon Houston. See there, the inside linebacker. He is the match for what Falke does defensively for LCC. 94 tackles on the year. Kylan Mays, now 9 sacks on the year.
Player of the year in the conference on defense, Kylan Mays. He is a guy that is naturally underneath your pads, right? And then he's got that huge strength. He'll bench press you off and then go make a play. He is a tough dude. And how good was Leighton Blankenmeyer a couple weeks ago? He was fantastic as well. This is a linebacker core as good as anybody with Raider Schrader and the great white sharp Landon Houston. But you can't forget about that back end, right? Andy Cole's defensive coordinator here, he has got the total package with his defense, led by all those interceptions that Gavin Barraza gets with 5.
Time now for our Keys to the Game, and our Keys to the Game tonight brought to you by Lima Chevrolet Cadillac, the area's premier Chevrolet and Cadillac dealer in the greater Lima area. Serving Lima for over 100 years, we are proud to call this home. Also, Keys to the Game tonight for LCC if they want to pull off the upset and advance to a regional semifinal.
Well, find number 7 and number 21 because number 7 is Basinger, and he's going to clear that path out. They'll bring him in motion, and 9 times out of 10, he will lead the way for Trent Barraza. And then why number 21? Because that's Grant Eversole. He is their counter runner. So you have the backside. Make sure you focus. Not everybody flows too fast so you can stop that counter. Number 2, Randy, I really believe this. A play-action deep ball is going to have to be important. I think for LCC to win this football game, Brady Parker is going to have to complete 2 really deep vertical shots. And then number 3, the tackling machine. How fun is it to watch Caden Falke play linebacker? He is a throwback, a guy that loves to make tackles inside the box. It's going to be an absolute battle watching him and Trent Barraza go one-on-one inside the tackles.
That'll be some keys to the game tonight for Columbus Grove if they want to stay undefeated and get a chance to move on.
Well, Coach Colin Stolley, the offensive coordinator for LCC, loves to use what we call window dressing, right? Motion, shifts, right? And they run the same things, but they give you different looks. So it's real important for Columbus Grove. Don't pay attention to that stuff. Just keep your eyes inside the tackle box and be ready for the football. Have some eye discipline. Number 2, A and B gap. Those are the gaps between the center and guard and the guard and tackle. Randy, why is that important? Well, how many times do we see Brady Parker run quarterback lead through A and B gap last week against Pandora Gilboa? Take that away if you're Columbus Grove. And the number 3, the Barraza Barrage. This is so much fun. What an athletic family. You know that TB3, Trent Barraza, is as good as any running back. He is as good as anybody in the state. And then Gavin Barraza, the defensive back, all he does when we're there is intercept passes. So it's a Barraza of Barraza. It's a barrage of Barrazas. That's what I'm trying to say.
Get it?
That's all
right?
ready.
Okay. All right.
Fired up.
Keys to the Game and a pregame show again have been brought to you by Lima Chevrolet Cadillac, the area's premier Chevrolet and Cadillac dealer in the greater Lima area. Serving Lima for over 100 years, we are proud to call this home. We're getting ready for the opening kickoff. It's going to be a good one as well. Playoff football for you next here on WOSN. Randy Roberts, Miles Holiday back with you here from Clymer Stadium as you see the light show going on as we're just about ready to go. Columbus Grove won the toss, and they wanted the football first, so you're going to see LCC kick off to Grove. And we want to tell you this first quarter is brought to you by Pat's Donut and Cream. Visit any of our 4 area locations, including our new location at 600 South Cable Road next to LCC. Pat's Donuts and Cream, open daily.
It'll be Brevin Stolley that's going to boot it for LCC. Is he going to boot it deep? Is he going to boot it short? Is he going to squib it? Or maybe the onside kick. Had a tremendous onside kick. If you missed it, the last time these two teams played. Big point in that game. I thought it was an LCC recovery, but it wound up going to Columbus Grove, and it really changed the complexion of that football game.
Let's see what Stolley's got ready to go. Waiting for the officials. It looks like we should be good to go. And the second round of the Ohio High School football playoffs now underway. Bit of a squibber fielded on a hop at about the 35-yard line. That's Barraza straight forward. Will give Columbus Grove pretty good field position to start on the night.
Yeah, you're living dangerously if you're kicking it anyway to Trent Barraza, squib, deep, anyway around. He gets it in his hands, especially in open field. Very fortunate LCC was able to get him down to the ground, but great starting position for Columbus Grove.
We're going to have this one right at their own 40-yard line to begin the opening drive of the night. And our scoreboard tonight brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Delvis, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering too. Columbus Grove is going to cater to the ground, and they're going to cater to their big guy. Barraza is going to pick up the first Ultimate Outdoor first down of the night.
Well, Andy Schaefer during the week had told his team that he didn't believe they were the most physical football team. The first time these two teams played, well, I think that message got through because on play number 1, all red jerseys in the grill of white jerseys.
23 yards on the first carry of the night, and again, first downs tonight. Brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. And now we're going to have an injury timeout. Not what you want to see after the opening play of the evening.
Working on the lower half. Can't see a number, so we don't want to tell you who it is and be incorrect about it.
These look like someone in a single digit, and that is a tough break for LCC. So it looks like it's Quatman.
Yeah, Matthew Quatman, who's finally getting back to himself. We saw last week he was electric with his feet. Quickness, a big part of his football game. And you see all the padding on his right ankle. Hopefully he's going to be okay. If not, it's going to be a tough road to hoe for LCC.
So everyone is ready to go. They're going to wait for Matthew, Coach Paulty, out to take a look as well. So it'll be a first down for Columbus Grove at the LCC 37. There's a couple of receivers coming to our side of the field. Handoff back to Barraza. Barraza trying to bounce this one to the outside. Will finally be taken down as he's going to get inside the 30.
Yeah, working on that left-hand side. Look at the pull around leading the way by Leighton Blankenmeyer. Barraza follows the block of Eversole, number 21, and positive yardage yet again for this really good run game for Columbus Grove.
Gain of 7 on the play. He's going to break 2nd and 3. You saw our instant replay there. Replays tonight brought to you by Hawker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at hawkerdrywall.com to see how we can help you today. Barraza again has multiple flags coming down on this one. He's going to have a first down, but you got to believe that one's going to be coming back.
Yeah, I think I saw where it was. They're going to give it the, here's a shot, going to give it to Barraza coming back to this way. It's going to be right about here. Watch number 7, Basinger. He's going to come down, and then grab the guy, throw him to the ground. Easy call by the official. Nice job by the official on that far side.
Well, I never thought my life would come to this, but after the Hollow Motion, as we've called it this year, I actually have something to read about it.
Yeah, please do.
Hollow Motion tonight, brought to you by Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping in Leipzig. See them for all of your commercial and residential concrete needs.
I talked to Dale. He said, make sure you telestrate a lot tonight.
What he doesn't know is we're going to put Miles' feet in concrete. Penalty backs up the Bulldogs to the 40. They're going to send a man in motion, get the quick pitch to Trevin Baxter. Baxter is coming along as the top receiving threat, getting the ball in his hands to get some positive yardage.
All right, you're going to see number 16 show up and force everything back inside. Tremendous work on this rocket sweep. Oh, that's a way to take on a block and then spin back and get involved in the tackle. Great work by Xavier Purnell, who had himself a really good football game last week.
Pick up a 7 on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Not many teams go on the ground on 3rd down. Barraza is going to be tripped up, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
And Carter Lester, the freshman who gets the nod at outside linebacker, arrives for LCC to blow that one up.
Nope. Gain on the play, so 4th and 6 coming up now for Columbus Grove at the LCC 33-yard line. 10.5 minutes left to go, opening quarter. On our least famous recipe chicken scoreboard. Hopkins looking to throw, has a man open. It's going to be Baxter, just able to get to the sticks, turn around, and he's going to get enough for the ultimate outdoor first down.
This is playing catch in the backyard. Baxter just goes up, finds the hole in the outside linebacker and corner zone. Just takes and shows his chest to his quarterback. Hopkins, big throw in a pressure situation, converts that 4th down.
First down now, back to the ground. They're going to go as we get another flag. So for the moment, we want to tell you that Columbus Grove is inside the Northwest Ohio Recycling red zone. See Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, and scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392. But I believe this penalty is going to move them out of the Northwest Ohio Recycling red zone.
I think 52, Kylan Mays is who's going to be the guy that they said was a little too creative with his blocking.
Second time so far tonight, the Bulldogs have been penalized because of a hold. This is going to back them up to the LCC 29. It's going to bring up 1st and 20 here. Single receiver comes to the near side. An H-back lined up to that right side as well. Give it to the Eversole as they actually use Barraza as the H-back that time.
Eversole is a guy that has some burst as well. So if you can use Barraza as a little bit of a decoy and then come back to Eversole, he could pop it because your linebackers are still looking where number 3's at.
Gain of 4 on the play is going to bring up 2nd and 16 now from the 25-yard line.
And keep in mind, Columbus Grove does have a good kicker in Veerhoff, so a field goal is not out of the realm of possibility.
Hopkins looking to throw, finds a man headed downfield as they're going to get it back to Baxter for the second catch of this drive.
Wow, this is a really tough play to diagnose because you're faking inside run and then throwing tunnel screen outside, but Aiden O'Connor's got to be excited. His defense is ready for it.
Got right back inside the Northwest Ohio Recycling red zone. Now Grove put a stack of receivers. You saw 5 guys coming to the near side. Tried to get it inside to Barraza, but that play snuffed out by LCC.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys out here. Nobody in here. Maybe tuck it under and run, but they're going to throw it outside. Well diagnosed by LCC to get Barraza to the ground.
It's going to bring up 4th and 8 now from the 17-yard line. Grove electing to go for it now. Officials have going to stop action because we have ourselves a Metzger Financial Services timeout. So LCC saw something we could see from our vantage point. Coaches on the sideline getting attention to someone trying to get ready on defense. Our timeouts tonight brought to you by Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. We'll take a timeout here on WOSN. Presenting sponsor for our game tonight is American Pawn. Gold is at record highs. Come find out how much your old jewelry can be worth. American Pawn pays the highest. We buy, sell, trade pawn, gold, guns, and electronics. Fourth down play. That's a big fourth down, a successful fourth down. It's going to lead to a Fat Jack's Pizza touchdown for Columbus Grove.
Everybody forgets what a great athlete Kyle Hopkins is. Remember, he was an elite receiver before injuries took away the first three quarterbacks. He has to play quarterback inside, fake to Barraza, surveys the field. He's going to be sacked right there. Oh, no, he's not, because I've got spurt ability. I can get away from guys. Then I can do a little slide, slippity slide, run by everybody, and then just style and profile my way into the end zone. Hoppity Hop Hopkins celebrating.
Fairhoff will hit the extra point, which is good. And our extra points are brought to you by Washam Plumbing and Heating, providing residents and businesses of Lima as well as the surrounding communities with plumbing, heating, and air conditioning services. Call 419-339-0729. Columbus Grove strikes first. Bulldogs get the opening touchdown of the night. We'll take a timeout here on WOSN. Presenting sponsor for our game tonight is Putnam County Home Care and Hospice, providing in-home medical care for over 50 years. Make sure and request Putnam County Home Care and Hospice for all of your health care needs, where you are treated like family. Partner, very impressive 9-play, 60-yard drive for Columbus Grove, but it took a few more yards than that with 2 holding calls.
Yeah, let me see if I remember correctly. 2 first and 20s, right? And then they had to overcome 2 fourth downs to get the touchdown. Is that correct?
That is.
Man, that's fantastic work. If you're Scott Palte, the head football coach at LCC, though, got to be frustrated because you had winning downs and you weren't able to complete that, allowed Columbus Grove to overcome that adversity and get a touchdown.
Yeah, with the touchdown as well coming on 4th down. So we'll see what the T-Birds do for the first time tonight, as they're going to start from their own 30-yard line, down 7-0 in the least famous recipe chicken scoreboard. Brady Parker, the sophomore, in a shotgun. He's going to get the call. Again, 151 yards, 4 touchdowns last week against Pandora Gilboa in the opening round win. Also, we didn't talk about it a lot, had some running room when he went up against this very tough run defense, Columbus Grove.
I thought it was the first play was defended pretty well by Columbus Grove, but he is a forceful fella. Gets some positive yardage even when it's not blocked correctly. And Brady Parker wins first down for LCC.
Gain of about 4 on the play is going to bring up 2nd and 6. Just shy of the 35-yard line. Parker goes to that wristband. See a man coming in motion. That's going to be Lawson Flores. Flores is going to be held up and now dropped for a loss back behind the 30-yard line. Columbus Grove players say the ball came out. The officials are looking, and it looks like Columbus Grove's going to come away with it.
Played well inside. That's going to be blown up by Luke Grotch. And Grotch pops it loose. Who comes up with it? Oh, that ball rolled all the way around from the first point of contact. Absolute great start by Columbus Grove.
Yeah, he quickly jumped up and pointed to everyone, and he's going to take over. So Columbus Grove, following the fumble, is going to take over on the LCC side of the field at the 31-yard line here with 7:22 left to go in our opening quarter. Back to the ground with Barraza, works that left side. He'll pick up a couple of yards before he is brought down. Carter Lester, freshman, in on the stop there.
The second time outside run, and Carter Lester, we've called his name because he's held up pretty well against that perimeter blocking for Columbus Grove.
So picks up about 4 down to the 27. Eversole will be the man in motion. Quick pitch that left side. Barraza. Barraza's going to take a big hit as he goes down. As it looks like the freshman once again makes the stop for LCC.
Boy, how good is he going to be for the next 3 years for LCC? Carter Lester, we saw him on the goal line a week ago, just clearing out bodies for his quarterback, Brady Parker. He's a physical young man.
Pick up a 3 on the run. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3, and Grove's going to go straight ahead, trying to push the pile. Some of the linemen signaling first down, and it looks like that is the case as Grove will get the ultimate outdoor first down.
I never liked when my offensive linemen would try to help the officials like signal, because that means they didn't finish their block. If they're not on the ground finishing their block, what are you doing there, buddy? Don't help the officials.
First down just inside the Northwest Ohio Recycling red zone now for Columbus Grove, trying to go up 2 scores inside the 20-yard line. Hopkins in the shotgun looking to throw. Looks to that far sideline, has a man open, and another Fat Jack's Pizza touchdown as he fires a bullet to Trevin Baxter.
This is a cover 2 look by LCC, and he's just going to beat the corner. Baxter runs vertical, and the little window that opens up, Kyle Hopkins looks to the middle of the field, then comes back to Baxter, who jumps over everybody, beats the coverage of Josh Young, who's trying to get there a little bit too late. Another big-time score for Columbus Grove.
So Washam plumbing and heating, extra point is good. Again, our touchdowns tonight brought to you by Fat Jack's Pizza. Get to Fat Jack's Pizza before or after the game and enjoy their delicious pizza, fun games, and ice-cold drinks. Now, 14-0. Columbus Grove with the lead over LCC. We'll take a timeout here in WOSN. 14-0. Columbus Grove with the lead over LCC. The premier sponsor for Columbus Grove tonight is Ohio Logistics. They provide all of the assets and operational support necessary to meet your most sophisticated logistics requirements. Ohio Logistics, the smart move. To learn more, visit ohiologistics.com. Short kickoff leads to a decent return here for LCC.
A nice little move by Michael Quatman to get him in pretty good field position. As you see, Matthew Quatman still trying to figure out if he's going to be able to go. They've been working really hard on his ankle, and you see the disappointment in that young man's face.
T-Birds are going to start the second drive of the night from their own 35-yard line. Now down 14-0. Down 2 scores. Their offense has been on the field for 2 plays.
I'd say LCC definitely snacking on some danger early in this football game.
Go on the ground on first down, just nowhere to go as that pile is pushed backwards.
A great filling of your gap responsibility right there. The great white shark. Houston shows up, but look at the power of number 21, Carter Lester, who just shakes those guys off.
So Lester ends up getting about 3 on the carry. Call it 2nd and 7 now from the 38-yard line. Trying to get Falke set as he's going to come around to the opposite side. He's going to try to be that lead blocker. Parker is going to roll out and just throw this one away.
This is really well played. Number 33, Schrader, is just going to play right in his responsibility. Remember the eye discipline? He doesn't bite on the inside fake. He's going to bounce back, take that window on the quick little RPO action. They're going to try and take the hitch. Freddie Parker alertly throws it away.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 now. The last thing LCC wants to do is go 3 and out, punt this back over to Grove with the Bulldogs playing with a 14-0 lead. Parker looking to throw again, fires this one incomplete in the neighborhood of Jackson White, but it's going to be incomplete.
Now, Lisa wasn't a quick turnover. They were able to get 3 downs, but you see Brady Parker's eyes. You got to remember, hey, you're the punter too, so he's going to run back out there. But this LCC team, Randy, they better ratchet up the physicality because they're getting beat to the punch right now.
It's Parker back at his own 25-yard line, steps into this one. End over end punt, hits at the 30, heads out of bounds.
Parker's punt goes out of bounds.
Well, if there's ever been a more important defensive sequence in this season for LCC, I'd like to see when it was, because they have got to get a stop right here. If another touchdown gets on the board for Columbus Grove, it is going to be a long night for LCC.
Bulldogs get this one here. 4:52 left to go in the opening quarter. Up again, 14-0 their scoreboard tonight, brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 27-yard line.
Columbus Grove has its worst starting field position of the evening, albeit 3 drives so far. Starting at their own 27. Baxter's the man in motion. He's going to get the pitch, tries to wait for his blockers to form, but a number of white jerseys are going to bring him up. Ball came out when the pile was going backwards, but officials are going to say that they already had blown it dead.
Xavier Purnell on the outside is going to show up first, force everything back inside. Searles gets there as well. But Xavier Purnell, he's an impressive guy. Played really good defense a week ago, doing the exact same thing tonight.
Lost 2 on the run, is going to bring up 2nd and 12 back at the 25-yard line. Took a look at that last play. Again, thanks to our instant replay tonight, brought to you by Hawker Drywall. So here's Barraza going the opposite side. He's going to carry defender back near the original line of scrimmage or so.
Now watch Lester again. This is a second time in this football game. He seals it and is going to force everything back to Fulke. They're giving a 6-man look and then letting your linebacker, that is a tackling machine, get there and make tackles.
Gain of 4 on the run is going to bring up 3rd and about 9, just near the 30-yard line.
You saw Fulke at the end of it asking the official, isn't that a hold on me?
Hopkins looking to throw. Is finally going to be brought down back at the 25-yard line. It looked like Miles, somehow he was going to stay on his feet. Finally, he's going to be dropped.
It's going to be number 73, Jaden Williams, that gets the sack. Great job by them. And Randy, I don't know if there could have been a bigger 3 and out in a football game than right there for LCC.
A huge loss of 7 will force the Bulldogs to punt this one away with 3 minutes to go in our opening quarter. High snap, but no problem with not a lot of pressure. High punt. This one will bounce, and we'll take a big Columbus Grove bounce and be downed inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, remember this, okay? If it's an end-over-end kick, when it hits, it's going to roll towards the goal line. So come up and catch that. Save yourself about 9 yards on that field position. Those hidden yards can mean so much late in a football game.
Officially the 37-yard line. That's where LCC takes over, down 14-0. Able to weather the storm early. As it looks like Quatman made his way back out onto the field. Well, there are too many guys out there now. E.J. Jones had come off. First down. Parker's going to get the call. Slides down. Tried to plant his foot to turn, and instead slips down at about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to have to give that jet sweep a couple times before they come back to the quarterback counter on that, because nobody from Grove believed that it was going to be a handoff to Flores.
So loss of, we're going to call it 3 back to the 34. 2nd and 13 now. LCC going backwards. Now Parker's going to fake the handoff. Pressure coming up the middle. Fires this one near midfield. It's going to be ruled the catch just inside Columbus Grove territory. And a big return to the field for Matthew Quatman.
Yeah, this is what's scary about Matthew Quatman, because he has pressure by Gander, and he just gets away from it, and he's running, and you think he's going to keep it. Well, no, you know what? I'll just go ahead and sling it to my favorite target, who just re-entered the game, Matthew Quatman. Huge catch for LCC.
17 yards to get the ultimate outdoor first down. The T-Birds have it at the Columbus Grove 49.
Brady probably looked at Matthew and said, good to see you again, my friend.
First down of the night for the T-Birds now. Brady Parker straight ahead will get, looks like about 3 yards. They're going to mark him down about the 45.
How about that tough sledding, though? Parker will drag you for a couple extra yards, because that was played extremely well by Columbus Grove. A good block inside by Brady Malcolm. Number 64 trying to do what he can to get his quarterback some room.
And he gained more of about 4, so 2nd and 6 now from the 45.
A nice matchup down here with Gavin Barraza against Matthew Quatman, two outstanding football players.
Barraza has his eyes in on the field. Now he's going to try to help out on the run defense. As Brady Parker will get out to about the 40.
Yeah, running quarterback read. Not sure Brady read anything. I think he was keeping all the way. But huge 3rd down and 1. They pick this up. They can start thinking about putting some on the board.
Everyone looks over as Quatman's going to come out once again. Quatman didn't really run. Didn't try to block. I don't know if he was just out, trying to take a defender away. He's going to come back off the field.
The play clock's going to be at 7 soon. Going to have to hurry to snap this.
They do just in time. It's Brady Parker, and Parker is going to get the ultimate outdoor first down as he will get to the 35.
All right, so 3 yards eventually became 4, and now it's becoming 5 and 6 on that quarterback lead. Got to be concerning for Andy Coles, the defensive coordinator at Columbus Grove.
Opening quarter is going to come to a close, 14-0. Columbus Grove after 1 will take a timeout here on WOSN. 14-0 Columbus Grove with a lead over Lima Central Catholic after 1 quarter of play. The second quarter is brought to you by Pat's Donuts and Cream. Visit any of our 4 area locations, including our new location at 600 South Cable Road next to LCC. Pat's Donuts and Cream, open daily.
Are you a sprinkles guy? Are you a jelly-filled?
I'm a jelly guy.
Nice.
T-Birds trying to get this one on the ground as they go back to Carter. Is that Carter Lester?
That's exactly who it is. He tries to bounce it outside. Probably would have been bench served to cut inside that block of Malcolm, but a lot of young runners like to bounce it. Is there a team in Northwest Ohio that tackles more angry than Columbus Grove, as exhibited right there?
Loss of 2 on the run is going to bring up 2nd and 12 back at the 37. Quatman once again comes back off, trying to give this a go. Clearly, you can tell not 100%. Brady Parker this time will give off to Lawson Flores. Flores able to cut upfield, avoids a tackler, and it's going to be Eversole that's going to push him out inside the 20-yard line.
This is really nice running by Flores. He is going to get it. Now it's designed to get outside, but all these guys are going to over-pursue, and he sees a lane open up and cuts it back on the hash for big yardage. Watch the quickness of Flores. He is quicker than a hiccup, Randy.
18 yards to give LCC the Ultimate Outdoor first down. A first downs tonight brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. And LCC now also inside the Northwest Ohio Recycling Red Zone. Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora, paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, and scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392. That might have been a short stay inside the red zone.
Well, Luke Groach has showed up to play here tonight. Remember, he caused the fumble in that first quarter. This time he's going to knife back there and get the quarterback, Brady Parker, to the ground. And it's a good thing because it looked like it was going to be a positive play as you see Quatman come back in.
Loss of a couple yards back to the 21 where it's going to bring up second down.
Now, this looks like a throw personnel that just got in the game.
Play clock now down to 5. Brady Parker sends a man in motion. It's something drawn up. Here's Quatman. Quatman drops way back. Now he's going to keep this one. He's going to get what he'll get what he can, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line.
It just kind of felt like something was going to be different, didn't it? Mm-hmm. You had all fast guys that checked in, and then you're going to run the jet sweep, and then it's going to be a flip back to Quatman, and a really nice job by Columbus Grove blowing it up because he had a receiver that was going to be open, but no time to throw it. Smart move by Quatman getting out of bounds.
Our instant replays tonight are brought to you by Hawker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at hawkerdrywall.com to see how we can help you today. 3rd and 11 now for the T-Birds from the 20-yard line. 2 receivers to our side of the field as Brady Parker trying to throw back screen, but it's going to be dropped. Quatman once again limping his way off the field.
Now this guy right here, number 74, is going to be a heck of a football player. He is the left tackle. He's going to go out and get that tunnel screen set up. That's Don McKee, 6'6", 255 sophomore that can move. Randy, he's going to be a big-time prospect. Had they been able to complete it to Quatman, it might have been a big-time play for LCC.
Looks like Brevin Stolley out to attempt a Washam Plumbing and Heating field goal. This one will be of about 37 yards. Washam Plumbing and Heating providing residents and businesses in Lima as well as the surrounding communities with plumbing, heating, and air conditioning services. Call 419-339-0729.
Yeah, whistle had gone off. They've blown the whistle, so all this is for naught. Kind of looked like the old XFL scramble for the ball.
And the best news is no one shattered a hip.
And just our camera guy, Curtis.
That's his back. It's not his hip. I talked to him earlier. Sully's going to be backed up 5 yards because of the delay of game, so we'll try this again from about...
Still going to go.
Yeah, about 42 yards now, it looks like.
Watch how far back Stolley gets, though. I think they're at risk of getting this blocked. He is so far away from his holder, unless this is going to be one of those stand-up and punt it things.
High snap. Stolley gets this one down. It's going to be short. It's going to be returnable. Oh, it got inside the end zone, so it will not be returnable. Right near the goal line. Baxter was ready.
Very alert play by Trevin Baxter, though, being back there, being ready to return it in case it didn't reach that goal line. But in high school football, everywhere except for Texas, if it crosses that goal line, it is dead.
Why Texas?
They play NFL rules down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if it goes in the end zone, if you want to be a crazy guy and return it, you can.
Columbus Grove is going to get this one following the missed field goal with 9:33 left to go in our second quarter. They'll take over from their own 20-yard line on our scoreboard tonight, brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Devils, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering, too. Hopkins trying to throw this one to the sideline. He's going to throw it away, and it's going to bring him second down.
Really good coverage by Flores out there trying to hit the top side receiver. It was covered well by Flores. It was Caleb Davis they were trying to get free. Hopkins alertly throws it out of bounds. And Randy, you see who's back there? The Bulldog.
Oh, yeah.
Hanging out back there. Smart. Bulldog's taking a look at the student section.
As it normally is each and every time we come to Clymer Stadium, that home stands is full. There's Barraza able to bounce to the outside, waiting for a blocker.
Ball's out.
Sneaks through, but lost the football. It's surrounded by white jerseys, and LCC is going to come up with a fumble.
This is a rarity. Trenton Barraza fumbling the football. Positive yardage. Great block by Basinger to get him free. Right there with a little hop step. Gets punched out. And then recovered.
Avery Sorrells, number 5, is the one that falls on top of it and then shows it for the world to see.
I think it was Jaden Daniels, 73, that popped it loose. This is something you see on Sundays a lot. Guys like TJ Watt come in and they punch the football. Tough to hold on to it. Barraza upset with himself.
So each team with the turnover so far here in this opening half as LCC is going to take over. And now it's a fumble going the other way.
And the Bulldogs will take back over.
Well, how about that?
This ball is going to squirt out. The hit right there pops up, and then you could fair catch that punt fumble.
He could.
Levi Schrader recovers it, and just like that, things have turned again in favor of Columbus Grove.
And also more bad news for LCC as they have to help the dynamic freshman Carter Lester head off the field. Hey, while we have a minute, we want to tell you that a game tonight brought to you by American Pawn. Gold is at record highs. Come find out how much your old jewelry can be worth. American Pawn pays the highest. We buy, sell, trade, pawn, gold, guns, and electronics. American Pawn. So here's Barraza. Barraza's going to pop one through, and he'll get a good run inside LCC territory.
Did you see how he held it that time, Randy? Didn't worry about a stiff arm or anything else. He was going 2 arms over top that football.
Gain of 12 on the play. Gets the Bulldogs to midfield here. Under 9 minutes left to go, opening half. 2 quick touchdowns by Grove, giving them the early lead. Here's Barraza trying to bounce on that right side. Able to get to the outside, and they're going to mark him down at about the 42, maybe 43-yard line.
Now, one thing about Trey Rooney, the offensive play caller for Columbus Grove, if he likes something, you're going to see it again right away. A lot of coaches will try to, well, we'll come back to it, and then you wind up forgetting it. No, not Trey, man. If he sees a play that works, guess what? You're going to see it again until you stop it.
Second down and about 3 now coming up here for the Bulldogs. Hopkins looking to throw, has time. Now he's going to step up. Didn't like anything downfield, and he's going to be brought down at about the 45-yard line.
The second time LCC's been able to get to him. Watch the work by Lewis Knotts, 54. He's just going to continue to work hard as Hopkins gets away from Jaden Williams, who's had himself a heck of a first half. You got to give both those guys a half a sack, I think, because the work inside by Knotts allowed Williams to get it, or Williams for Knotts.
Loss of about a yard is going to bring up 3rd and about 4 from the 44-yard line. Back to Braza. Braza's going to sidestep one defender, but not the second one. And he's going to be brought down to the 45, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
As Xavier Purnell is going to get his right arm involved, and that's going to slow Barraza down, allow Sorrells to get there secondly. Sorrells has showed up this week, a little bit quiet a week ago, but he showed up in a big way here tonight. 4th down. Do you think they're going to go, Randy, or just try to draw him off?
Let's see here. Grove going backwards, doesn't have a lot of momentum. It's going to be 4th and 5. Defense has played well. I'd punt myself.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they snap this. I think it's going to be a draw off, then punt the football.
Send Baxter in motion. He's going to go right to the official where he's going to take a Metzger Financial Services timeout. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Metzger Financial Services. Help you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. So with the stoppage, we'll take a timeout as well here and come back on WOSN. Presenting sponsor for our game tonight is Putnam County Home Care and Hospice, providing in-home medical care for over 50 years. Make sure and request Putnam County Home Care and Hospice for all of your health care needs, where you are treated like family. 4th and 5. Bulldogs are going to go for it. Hopkins trying to hit a man down the sideline, and Baxter tried to come up with a one-handed grab, but it's going to be incomplete.
Now, this was the route that they ran for a touchdown earlier in this game. Hopkins not able to complete it this time. I thought Baxter slowed up a little bit. That window closes in a hurry when you have a safety coming over top. But Randy, remember the first time these two teams played, it was about this area of the field that Columbus Grove ran a fake punt on 4th down and got stopped. And it was allowed LCC to get back into football game. Let's see if that does the exact same thing on a 4th down stop for LCC.
T-Birds are going to start from their own 45 here, 7-12 left to play before halftime. Here is Lawson able to keep his feet. Cuts upfield. We got a flag down as Flores is going to be out of bounds. We'll see what the flag is back at about the 46-yard line.
I think it's going to be right there, number 25 or 75, Gianni McKee, who, Randy, I would just argue that he is finishing his block. He was latched on the breastplate of his guy, and he was driving him upfield and just finished the block. I think that's one of those you might let go. Big old Gianni was moving earth. That's a tough call for LCC in my estimation.
And they're actually going to net a yard out of it.
It's your everyday 1st and 9.
So it's going to be 1st and 9 at the 46-yard line. Everyone for LCC looks to Coach Stolle, who's giving out the offensive signals.
From their own 46-yard line.
Brady Parker will keep this one. They will use Flores as the fake. And Parker will get maybe a yard, and they might keep the down box right there at the 46.
And Parker on the quarterback keep has been able to get some yardage tonight, but not like last week where it was in giant chunks. Yards he has been able to get tonight have been tough physical runs on his part. Columbus Grove selling out to stop it.
No gain on the play, so 2nd and 9 from the 46-yard line. T-Birds trying to take advantage. They got the stop on downs. Also had a fumble recovery, and then ended up fumbling the ball right back over. There's Parker again, and this time he'll kick a couple of yards.
A couple things. Number 14 right here. Watch him use his hands. Does it real well. Then watch inside. Kylan Mays pursues. Makes this play. A lot of defensive tackles will stop. Not Mays. He will keep working down that line of scrimmage. Gets Brady Parker to the ground, but only because of the great work inside. Using his hands and forcing it back inside by Jamison Rader.
And our Hollow Motion tonight brought to you by Dale's Concrete, Decorative Stamping in Leipzig. See them for all of your commercial and residential concrete needs.
From their own 49-yard line.
Big 3rd down here for the T-Birds. 3rd and 6, just shy of midfield. We'll give it back to Flores. Cuts upfield, took a big hit, and it looks like he's going to be about a yard shy of the 1st down.
Well, everybody has a plan until you get hit, right? Flores has just been running everywhere, but watch out. Big 33 is coming to get you. Big time hit by Schrader.
Gain of about 5 is going to bring up 4th and 1. That instant replay brought to you by Hawker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at hawkerdrywall.com to see how we can help you today. Big 4th down. T-Birds need a yard. And Parker on 2nd effort looks like he's going to get just enough.
Yeah, nobody here is surprised by this call. Everybody knew it was going to be quarterback run. Lester back in the game, leads the way. Pretty good block by number 75, Gianni McKee. Just determination, though, by Brady Parker to get it done.
You saw Jamison Rader, number 14, try to come in and get this stop. Parker's going to get credit for 2 yards. Inside the 45, down to the 44. That's enough for the Ultimate Outdoor 1st down. Bring resort-style living in your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Parker had a blocker, didn't like it, trying to bounce to the outside. And he is going to run into trouble back near midfield.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red jerseys and silver helmets running to the football. Holy moly, look at the work inside by Gander, who presses his man off. And then all those silver bullets arriving in an angry mood. That is gang tackling. That is running to the football on defense.
Yeah, it looked like Leighton Blakenmeyer, number 67, one of the early bodies there. So it's a loss of 6. Problems for Columbus Grove is we're going to have an injured player on the field. So while they take a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout here in WOSN. Well, good to see the injured player able to make his way up and back to the Columbus Grove sideline. There's Aiden Patrick.
The senior corner, him and Gavin Barraza, you could argue 2 best corners in Northwest Ohio. They are 2 guys that just seemingly never get beat deep.
Premier sponsor for Columbus Grove tonight is Ohio Logistics. Provide all of the assets and operational support necessary to meet your most sophisticated logistics requirements. Ohio Logistics, the smart move. To visit more, visit ohiologistics.com.
If you're wondering if they have depth in the defensive secondary, Columbus Grove, yeah, they're okay. Trent Barraza, number 3, checks in to play corner.
Just shown up defensively by his younger brother, right?
It's Barraza and Barraza at the corner.
2nd and long following the stop on 1st down. Back to the freshman as we got a flag coming in here.
Usually when it's thrown from behind, that means someone is being too creative, and that's exactly what the call is. Going to be against LCC, and it's a costly one.
So already 2nd and long. Now they're going to decline the holding call. So Lester
Bring up third down.
will
and
lose a
17.
yard on the run.
From the
It's going to bring up
Thunderbirds'
third,
49-yard
and they're going to
line.
have 3rd and 16. Might be closer to 17. I don't think get the last yard in back on the LCC side of the field, the 49-yard line.
Yeah, they're bringing their throwing personnel in as both Quatmans come back into the ball
3rd
game.
and 17
And
for
Flores will be in the
Thunderbirds
top
from
side
their own
slot.
49-yard line.
Brady Parker in a shotgun, has a sidecar to his right. Parker looks to throw middle of the field, and that one's going to be incomplete. Eversole
Pass is incomplete.
had one hand on it as that one was overthrown,
Intended for Jackson
looking
White.
for the intended target, which I believe was
Jackson
Jackson
White.
White.
Brings up
Very
4th and
fortunate
long for the
that that
Thunderbirds.
ball wasn't picked off, and it had been, it would have been 6
Back
the
to
other
receive
way.
the punt for the Bulldogs.
Because
Trent
Grant
Barraza
Eversole's got speed
and Trevin Baxter.
and nothing but clear
Back to
grass
punt
in front
for
of
the
him.
Thunderbirds. Brady Parker.
So the T-Birds will punt this away with 4th and 17 looming. Parker stands back at his own 35, so what looked to be an impressive drive, second of the night, falls short. Fair catch is going to be called for by Baxter and made at about the 22-yard line.
If you're Columbus Grove, how aggressive do you want to be on this drive? If you hold on to the football, you're going to go in 14-0 at half. But do you try and make a attempt to end this football game? Really, 3 scorers going into halftime. You'd have to feel good that this game is over if you're Columbus Grove. However, if you turn the ball over, LCC has new life. A lot of choices. That's why Andy Schaefer over there is the right guy to make that choice. And congratulations, Coach, the NWC Coach of the Year this year. Wow, what a tough choice that had to be, right?
See what the Bulldogs elect to do. 2:57 to play. Now, they won the toss and wanted the football, so LCC will get it first to begin the second half. Handoff's going to go to your fullback here as a flag is flung high in the air.
I think it's going to be procedure against Columbus Grove. They were never set, and then they shifted.
Penalty against the Bulldogs.
So that's going to back them up 5 yards, make it 1st and 15.
Now, Baxter went in motion, but you have to get set for a tick before you go. It kind of went out to the slot, moved around, then went in motion, was never fully set. If you're a big fan of Monday Night Football, that was the same call. It took a touchdown off the board for the Giants when they played the Steelers a couple weeks ago.
Always got to shoehorn the Steelers in somehow, huh? 1st and 15. Here's the quick pitch. This out to Barraza. Barraza's going to get some of the penalty yardage back and more as he's going to get out across the 30.
I love this. You're going to sing the motion down, and he's going to seal it off. This guy's never going to see it, and that's going to seal the edge. And they're able to get the motion involved. Oh, that was easy. Nice pin and pull work by Columbus Grove.
Barraza runs enough to get the ultimate outdoor first down. The Bulldogs keep this on the ground.
Be 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs from their own 35.
I guess when you have a guy like Trent Barraza, though, I mean, when you're trying to run out the clock, it could pop for a touchdown.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. Latest run's run to 2. It's going to bring him 2nd and 8 now from the 35. Low snap. Hopkins looking to throw under pressure again. Tries to step up. Fires this one downfield. Has a man. It's Eversole who's going to have it inside the 35-yard line.
142 left. It's because Hopkins can make people miss. His athleticism allows Daniels to move around him, and then he throws it up. Boy, that was a dangerous throw, but he's right in the middle of the field. Great catch.
31 yards for another ultimate outdoor first down. Now Barraza is going to make a man miss. Bounce to the outside. He's going to get in and score the Fat Jack's Pizza touchdown.
He is something else, isn't he? You're running out the clock a minute ago, and then all of a sudden, one big play by a quarterback, Hopkins, and then TB3 gets you 6. Trent Barraza just eats up that sideline.
34 yards on the run. Our touchdowns tonight are brought to you by Fat Jack's Pizza. Get the Fat Jack's Pizza before or after the game and enjoy their delicious pizza, fun games, and ice-cold drinks. Time now for the Washam Plumbing and Heating extra point, which is up, and it is good. Washington Plumbing and Heating, providing residents and businesses of Lima as well as the surrounding communities with plumbing, heating, and air conditioning services. Call 419-339-0729. With that touchdown run from Trenton Barraza, the Bulldogs of Columbus Grove go on top 21-0. We'll take a timeout here on WOSN.
The Bulldogs.
21-0. Columbus Grove lead over LCC, and the partner of that last one, an absolute backbreaker in Columbus Grove. Looked like all they were going to do was run out the clock to get to halftime. You had the big scramble and the pass play to Eversole in the middle of the field to get into the LCC side of the field, and then Trenton Barraza does the rest from there.
Yeah, funny thing happened on your way to running out the clock. You scored a touchdown. Look, LCC didn't hold up to their end of the bargain by tackling.
The T-Birds, again, they're going to get the football to begin the second half, so with a minute 14 inside your own 30-yard line, how aggressive are you going to be?
Well, 1:12 left. You're down by 3 scores. Try to steal one right before half because you could get that momentum. Your salesmanship at halftime by Scott Pulte, the guys are going to pay a little bit more attention to if you get one on the board before half here. Otherwise, you're down 21-0 going in at half. You know, it's going to take a lot for you to come back and win this football game.
Yeah, officials holding up play as things have not gone well for the Quatman family. Now Michael Quatman coming off the field.
Well, I know exactly what Coach Pulte is saying to the officials. Why didn't you blow the whistle? You know, he's clearly done, right? The play was going to be over. Why did you wait and allow 4 Silver Bullet helmets to come hit him?
From the Thunderbirds from their own 27-yard
T-Birds will get this one at their own 27. Down 21-0 now on our least famous recipe chicken scoreboard. Empty backfield for Parker. Brady Parker looking to throw, stepping up, can't find anything, and he's going to slide down inside the 30. Someone got a hand on him. Parker trying to step up. And
that was Austin Gander who made the play. And it shows you how strong Austin is. He just used his right arm only, able to get Brady Parker to the ground.
Say no gain on what turns into a run. 2nd and 10 at the 27, under a minute to play. And now we've got every official that brought a flag and maybe some that didn't have elected to throw it.
I'm going to tell you this. I think somebody moved. Let's see if I get this one right.
Flag on the field.
Dynamite analysis.
Now if you're Scott Pulte, maybe you think about just getting out of the half here.
22-yard line.
So now you're looking at 2nd and 15 back at your own 22.
This is a drive going the wrong way.
Parker will fake the handoff. Brady is able to spin his way around 1. Back out to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, officials are going to wait to spot it, I think, so I'm not sure you're going to have to snap this one again.
No, they actually stopped.
Called timeout.
Timeout here. So we've got ourselves a Metzger Financial Services timeout. Metzger Financial Services. Help you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com.
The timeout was called by Columbus Grove, so they're going to try and force LCC to pick up this 3rd down. If not, if they don't get the 1st down, they'll call timeout again, at least force a punt. And remember this Columbus Grove team, Randy, we've been there twice when they have blocked punts. It is a very capable punt block unit.
And it's going to be 3rd down, back to 3rd and roughly 10, maybe 9.5.
Maybe a screen down here. They almost got that tunnel screen to pop earlier to Flores. And the Quatman, you see Flores down here, number 1 against Barraza to your near side.
From their own 26-yard line.
So Brady Parker all alone in the backfield in a shotgun. Rolling, looking, fires underneath. This is Quatman that's going to grab that. Michael quickly is going to be taken out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. It looks like Columbus Grove will use one more Metzger Financial Services timeout.
Oh, what a smart play by Michael Quatman, though. not running out of bounds. That forces Columbus Grove to call that timeout.
Call it just shy of the 30, so the 29. So 4th down, 24 seconds. So Columbus Grove might be following Miles' playbook here, at least force LCC to punt in the hopes that maybe you get a piece of it, or you get a bad snap.
Come after. Even if you rough the punter, it's not going to put LCC in a great position to capitalize on that. Plus, you know who catches the punts, too?
Who's that?
Trent Barraza.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's an opportunity for him to return it as well. You got Barraza and Baxter going back deep. If you're Brady Parker and you get an opportunity to get this ball off, do not put it anywhere near the 2 return guys.
Brady Parker is going to step into this one. High punt. Barraza is going to get on the run already at midfield, so he'll get inside the 45. Now, what does Columbus Grove do with 14 seconds?
You still have 1 timeout, so you can use anything that you want at your play card disposal. If you're LCC and defensive coordinator Aiden O'Connor, you're telling your secondary, back, 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 way up. Keep everything in front of you.
Columbus Grove's going to start at the LCC 44.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
14 seconds before halftime.
Yeah, LCC really loosening up. They have 7 guys off the line of scrimmage expecting some type of vertical pass.
Barraza is now going to come into the backfield. Hopkins will hand it off to him. Barraza through that 2nd and 3rd level, breaks to the outside. Barraza is going to cut up field, and Barraza is going to be inside the Northwest Ohio Recycling red zone.
Somebody's hurt on the top side for LCC, but this is going to allow Columbus Grove, if they want, to kick a field goal.
They're going to mark him down at about the 11-yard line, so 33 yards on the run.
A nice job just getting enough of a block by Leininger inside. Gets up on Caden Falke. It slows him down, allows Barraza to get by him, and a really good block by Brady Basinger inside to lead it as well. That's just your regular inside handoff against 7 deep for 40-plus yards.
Yeah, it looks like Josh Young, number 12, the man injured for LCC. I think he's taking a stinger to the shoulder. You see, we saw at the end of that replay, as it looks like Young's able to at least sit up here. See if we can take a look at that replay one more time. You're going to see Young. So he's number 12. You're going to watch him at the end. Now, see, I don't have the cute illustrator that Miles does, so
he's at the top of your screen.
I'm drawing the monitor, and it doesn't matter. So, yeah.
Right at the 20, now the 15. You're going to
see him cut in. He's the one that's going to knock him out of bounds, and when he does, lands on that shoulder.
That's exactly what it looks like, that stinger. And if you've never had one, I want you to imagine what it's like to get struck by lightning on your shoulder. That's exactly what it feels like. So you look over on that far sideline for Columbus Grove. They are working on the long snap of Levi Schrader and the hold of his brother Zane. This looks like it's going to be a field goal opportunity. 6 seconds if you're Columbus Grove, don't chance it, I think. You know, sometimes you have another throw in the end zone with 6 seconds. Other times it'll just run out. But I think that this is the right move, just going and trying to kick the field goal.
So Verhoff out now to attempt the Washam Plumbing and Heating field goal.
Evan Verhoff lining up to attempt
this one will be roughly, let's see where they spot this at, about 27, 28 yards. As the kick is on its way from Verhoff, and the Washam Plumbing and Heating field goal is good.
Columbus Grove 24.
So a good way to end the half for Evan Verhoff. He'll knock through the field goal, and Columbus Grove will carry a 24-0 lead into the half, and we'll take a timeout here on WOSF. Randy and Miles back with you here, halftime from Clymer Stadium. Columbus Grove with a 24-0 lead over LCC at the break, and our halftime show brought to you by Lima Chevrolet Cadillac, the area's premier Chevrolet and Cadillac dealer in the greater Lima area, serving Lima for over 100 years. We are proud to call this home. Now, partner, great start for Columbus Grove with those 2 quick touchdowns. We played even football after that. But how about that final drive of the half there for Columbus Grove? Looked like they were just going to run out the clock and instead got points out of it.
And give them a lot of credit, too. Forced the punt by LCC so they could turn that into a field goal, 10 points in the last part of that first or second quarter, where it looked like it was going to be run out the clock time. It was only 14-0, but you don't handle the situation correctly, and they will put more points on the board. Those 10 points, absolutely huge. Great situational football executed by Columbus Grove.
So 24-0 the score here at the half. Columbus Grove with the lead. We'll take a timeout and have more halftime when we return. Randy and Miles back once again here, 24-0 again. Columbus Grove with the lead over LCC at the break. Partner, we had your keys to the game in our pregame. What do these teams need to do here? Grove is probably not much, but LCC has some work to do.
Well, the first score of the second half, if you're LCC, it has to be you, right? There's no way the first score of the second half goes to Columbus Grove, and then you come back and win this football game. LCC needs to have that first score. Whatever you got, Scott Pulte, whatever you got, Colin Stolley, on your play card that can get you some points, even if it's a trick play, break it out early in this third quarter, because you have to have that positivity for you to get any chance to win this football game.
Again, 24-0 Columbus Grove with the lead over Lima Central Catholic at the half. And again, a halftime show brought to you by Lima Chevrolet Cadillac, the area's premier Chevrolet and Cadillac dealer in the greater Lima area. Serving Lima for over 100 years, we are proud to call this home. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second half between Grove and LCC when we return here to WOSN. 24-0 our score. Columbus Grove with the lead over Lima Central Catholic as we are close to beginning quarter number 3. The officials trying to get everyone's attention as I believe special teams unit for LCC lined up on the wrong side of the field. So while we have a moment, we can tell you that this third quarter is brought to you by Pat's Donuts and Cream. Visit any of our 4 area locations, including our new location at 600 South Cable Road next to LCC. Pat's Donuts and Cream, open daily.
I know you're a jelly-filled guy, but
open extended hours is the key
What about
thing.
the cream-filled ones? You like those too?
There's no donut I don't like.
Yeah, all right. Pat's is good. That's good stuff.
48 balmy degrees here to begin the second half. Zverev send this one into the night, fielded at about the 15-yard line. And a return's going to come out past the 35. Good rolling return. Xavier Purnell pressed into some extra duty now.
Xavier Purnell had himself a really nice first half defensively. Nice return to get things going for LCC. Good starting position. Let's see if that lights a fire underneath what's been a dormant LCC offense.
So again, the winner of this one is going to advance to a regional semifinal at a site we'll learn about on Sunday. Get either Macomb or Mohawk. LCC and Macomb have played some battles in the postseason. First down run for Brady Parker, trying to go up against that red-clad defense. He'll get out to about the 40.
Do you remember that Macomb LCC playoff battle a year ago that we did?
I do.
Macomb, how many passes did they throw in that football game?
Was it 0 or 1?
Zero.
Ran,
ran every single down. They mauled LCC that night. That was a cold night at Allen East, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Second down coming up here for the T-Birds. It's going to take a little bit of an effort to get to that rematch situation here. Down 21-0 on our Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken scoreboard. Lawson Flores trying to make something happen. Got out of a loss, but only able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, watch Rader. He started here and then worked his way up because he recognized the formation, and when he saw the motion of Flores, he's going to blow it up. This is really good work. Look at that. Just takes on 1, 2 blockers and allows all those angry red jerseys to rally up on Flores.
And they are going to mark him back to the 39 for a loss of a yard, and they are Hollow Motion tonight brought to you by Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping in Lipsick. See them for all your commercial and residential concrete needs. Third down pass. This one's going to be completed, but it looks like shy of the first down.
A great rally to the football because it looked like on the catch and the turn it was going to be a first down by E.J. Jones, but the linebackers, led by Rader, show up and hold them short. No doubt about it. LCC needs something positive to happen. Make your own good luck by getting a first down here on 4th and 2.
Brady Parker giving the linemen their assignment. See an H-back lined up on each side in a shotgun. One man will go in motion. Parker's going to keep them himself. Tripped up from behind. We're going to see where the forward progress is. The official on our side running diagonal with the first down line.
All depends where they spot it because his knee does hit, but where's the football when his knee hits? And officials automatically, though, take a look at the side, say first down. T-Birds didn't even measure.
Yeah, they're going to give him just past the yard mark to the 46, and a first downs tonight brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor.
Nice design, bringing Flores. The fake to jet allowed a little bit more room for Brady Parker to get the first down.
Just the 5th first down of the night for the T-Birds, and they're going to run again into that teeth of the Grove defense. Lester's going to get, say, a yard, maybe 2, and they're going to give him 2 close to the 48.
They're running against Mays inside. Tough work. The interior defense of linemen for this Columbus Grove defense has been absolutely fantastic all night long.
2nd and 8 coming up here. Clock running under 9 minutes already left to go in the third quarter. Again, a scoreboard tonight brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Nevis, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering too. Big hit applied there as Levi Schrader involved in a hit.
Watch Schrader. He's just going to wait for the quarterback, Parker, to come back to his side, and then he's going to fill it up in an angry way. And actually, Parker kind of fortunate he slid because it would have been more painful.
Gain of a yard on the scramble. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7, just shy of midfield. Opening drive of the night already taking about 3.5 minutes as a couple players have come off the field. Looks like one of them a little shaken up.
Lewis Knotts has to come off the field, and that's a big loss on that offensive line.
Flores goes in motion. Brady Parker's going to fake to him. Throw to the middle. It's complete. E.J. Jones with it, and he's going to get the Ultimate Outdoor first down.
The best throw and completion of the night. It's going to be a drag across. Watch E.J. Jones get behind the linebackers, and Brady Parker's going to stretch that defense by getting to the perimeter.
14 yards on the completion to the 37. Our replays tonight are brought to you by Hawker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at hawkerdrywall.com to see how we can help you today.
Brady Parker just absolutely whistled that by the linebackers of Columbus Grove.
Back to the ground. He's trying to make something happen as the freshman Carter Lester again. Schrader had him wrapped up by the waist from behind.
Now Lester, who fumbled early in this football game, holding on to that football for dear life with both hands on it.
Inside the 35. They're going to mark him at the 34. Pick up at 3. 2nd and about 7.
A good shot of Trent Barraza, and I believe that's Zach Galifianakis that he was standing by over on that Grove sideline.
Playoffs bring out all the celebrities.
They sure do.
I heard Miles Holliday was here too.
Yeah. How about this? We got free food from the concession stand. Thanks, guys. We really appreciate it.
Brady Parker's going to keep this one working the left side. He'll get inside the 30. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
A good patient run by Parker. First, it didn't look like it was going to be there. Just keep pressing that front side B gap and a little bit of a cutback. That sets up another big 3rd down. LCC drastically needs points out of this drive.
3rd and 2. LCC, the right idea to shorten the game, but when you're multi-scores behind, I don't know how much time you can take here. Parker's going to get the first down as he continues to plow forward. So get the ultimate outdoor first down.
First and 10 for the Thunderbirds.
Now Lewis Knotts checked back in. You see him right there on your screen, 54. And Coach Pulte and Coach Stolle mixing personnel. Makes it tough for that Columbus Grove defense to anticipate what's going on with different personnel groups coming in and out of the game for LCC.
11th play of the drive, which matches the longest drive of the night for the T-Birds coming up here. First down from the 24, back on the ground and finding something with Lester. And Lester's going to work, looks like, near the 20-yard line.
Schrader with the stop for the Dogs.
Well, Lester just a round ball of knives. I mean, it just hurts when you try to tackle Lester. I mean, look at him, Randy. Where is there a good spot to tackle Lester?
Yes, there's not.
No.
Picked up a couple there, 2nd and 8 now from the 22. LCC successfully chewed up 7 minutes in this third quarter. Parker, the fake the run, wanted to throw, couldn't find anything. Gonna throw this one up for grabs in the end zone, and it's gonna be caught for the Fat Jack's Pizza touchdown.
This is all effort by Brady Parker because Columbus Grove is all over top of this play. It's gonna be the fake run and then pop pass over top, but it's well covered. So Brady Parker just says, you know what? I'm gonna ad lib, and then I'm gonna throw it to a spot only my guy. And who's my guy? Jackson White, who can go get it. Action Jackson with a big touchdown. Boy, was that a reminiscent play of another number 7, a Ben Roethlisberger type play. Brady Parker, a magician.
Touchdowns tonight are brought to you by Fat Jack's Pizza. Get to Fat Jack's Pizza before or after the game and enjoy their delicious pizza, fun games, and ice-cold drinks. T-Birds doing the math, trying to go for 2 to make this a 2-possession game, but the run is going to fail. But LCC able to get on the scoreboard. They'll cut that gap to 24-6, and we'll take a timeout here on WOSN. 24-6 now, Columbus Grove leads LCC. Presenting sponsor for our game tonight is American Pawn. Gold is at record highs. Come find out how much your old jewelry can be worth. American Pawn pays the highest. We buy, sell, and trade pawn, gold, guns, and electronics. Onside kick attempt coming here for LCC. This one is going to be fielded fairly cleanly by Columbus Grove. Is that Hopkins out there?
Kyle Hopkins falls on it. And you just kind of knew after the last time these two teams played that Columbus Grove would be ready for any type of chicanery on special teams. Hopkins was alert and fell on it. I like the idea, though. LCC, you got to find a way to steal some possessions. They did what we said at halftime, right? Score first. LCC got that one accomplished. Now, can they get a stop or get some kind of event on defense to get themselves back in this football game full time?
Yeah, 12 plays, 64 yards. Took about 7 minutes to go do it. First down run here for Barraza. We'll get into the LCC side of the field.
Yeah, Lewis Knotts makes the tackle. LCC staying with that. They're normally a 4-3 base defense, but they're rolling up their 2 outside linebackers on the line of scrimmage, so it is a 6-1, forcing every tackle at the second level has to be made by Caden Falke.
Gain of about 6 on the run, 2nd and 4 from the 47. Get it back into the hands of Barraza. Barraza able to break to the outside, still on his feet. Down that sideline is going to be brought down from behind at about the 25-yard line.
Great job by Gavin Baxter. He's going to come in quick motion, number 4, and then he's going to seal it. Comes down and cracks on Purnell, allows Barraza to get outside. Check out the work by Eversole right there, getting himself a pancake. This is a physical bunch here at Columbus Grove.
25 yards on the run will get Grove down to the LCC 22. Tight formation this time. Inside handoff. Back to Barraza. Barraza powering straight ahead. is going to get inside the Northwest Ohio Recycling red zone.
Braza is going to follow around the block of Brady First, and he's going to get upfield. Randy Braza at the half had 16 carries for 167 yards. I think he's over 200 now early in this third quarter.
They picked up enough to get the ultimate outdoor first down inside the Northwest Ohio Recycling red zone. Northwest Ohio Recycling Pandora, paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, and scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392. Low snap, but the Bulldogs able to get it off back to Barraza. And see where the forward progress is stopped for Barraza. Official on our side comes running in at about the 6-yard line.
A really nice job by Kyle Hopkins, the quarterback, to save that play by getting the snap. It was a low snap at his ankles, but having a really great athlete at quarterback, it's no problem. Goes down and gets it.
2nd and goal now from the 6-yard line. Each team's had one possession. That's pretty much done it for this third quarter. Hopkins looking to his 2 receivers to his right. Gives it right back to Barraza. Barraza makes the first man miss, but he won't be able to run out of the would-be tackle of the second defender.
Yeah, it's going to be the tackling machine, number 30. He's going to scrape over top, and he's going to get on those legs of Barraza. Shows you the strength of Caden Falke to get TB3 to the ground. 2 of the best players in Northwest Ohio.
A great look thanks to our Hawker drywall replay. It's going to bring him 3rd and goal now from the 4. Grove running downhill, trying to get the touchdown back after LCC opened the second half of the score. Hopkins back to Barraza. Saw that small hole here. Great work from our cameras. And Barraza is going to be in for the Fat Jack's Pizza touchdown.
A nice little hop step in the hole by Barraza. And he gives the heart sign to some Columbus Grove fans. Barraza just uses his power. Now look at the top side right there. Baxter blasting somebody in the secondary. That's a bunch of guys that love contact. The Bulldogs, they will bully you.
Time now for the Washam Plumbing and Heating extra point as Evan Verhoff will send this one into the air. Extra point is on its way, and it is good. Washam Plumbing and Heating, providing residents and businesses of Lima, as well as the surrounding communities with plumbing, heating, and air conditioning services. Call 419-339-0729. Well, back to a 3-possession lead for Columbus Grove, 31-6. Bulldogs in front will take a timeout here on WOSN. 31-6, Columbus Grove in front of LCC. The presenting sponsor for our game tonight is Putnam County Home Care and Hospice, providing in-home medical care for over 50 years. Make sure and request Putnam County Home Care and Hospice for all of your health care needs, where you are treated like family.
A good shot of you seeing Verhoff directing traffic on that kickoff team. You see him asserting himself, pointing to guys, telling them get lined up. I got to kick this ball.
He's serious about it. It's family business.
It sure is. His brother doing a fantastic job down at Marshall.
Kickoff. This one, a short one, fielded just shy of the 20-yard line. Return's going to come out across the 30.
Xavier Purnell with a second solid return in this half. Got to be devastating, though, for LCC. You go down, you put one on the board, and the next thing you know, Columbus Grove just hangs another one on you real quick. Just when you have a little bit of glimmer of hope,
right?
It gets dark again.
T-Birds will start at their own 34. So the 12-play drive by LCC matched by the 7-play 53-yard scoring drive for Columbus Grove. Got the great field position thanks to the onside kick attempt for the T-Birds. Got to do something, like Miles said, and we'll try to get an extra possession in this one. T-Birds go straight ahead with Carter Lester.
Landon Houston fills it up again. Boy, what a nice night he has had handling A and B gap for that Columbus Grove defense.
Gain of about a yard on the play to the 35, 2nd and 9.
Little miscommunication on who's supposed to be in the game for LCC as you see E.J. Jones going back out to the top receiver spot.
For the Thunderbirds from their own 35.
Everyone trying to get all set. Looks like everyone's ready here. Has problems on the snap.
Parker falls on
Brady Parker luckily able to just fall on top of that one.
That's the problem when you run jet sweep out of gun. You know, sometimes the timing between that snap and the handoff goes awry. And Brady Parker, though, smartly falls on it.
From their own 29
Saw the Hawker drywall replay there. Premier sponsor for Columbus Grove tonight is Ohio Logistics. They provide all the assets and operational support necessary to meet your most sophisticated logistics requirements. Ohio Logistics, the smart move. To learn more, visit ohiologistics.com.
Hand off to Flores.
Yeah, this is such great work on the perimeter. Gonna seal it right here. That is going to be number 67, Blankenmeyer, and it's going to allow everybody inside to come up and hit angrily. Especially number 54, Austin Gander, who's just going to yum. I'm hungry. Let me eat. Gets to it in a big way.
And it's also going to be the final play of our third quarter, 31-6. Columbus Grove 1 quarter away from headed back to a regional semifinal. We'll have that fourth and final quarter for you when we return here on WOSN. Fourth down coming up here for LCC's. They trail Columbus Grove 31-6 this fourth quarter. Brought to you by Pat's Donuts and Cream. Visit any of our 4 area locations, including our new location at 600 South Cable Road next to LCC. Pat's Donuts and Cream, open daily. T-Birds ready to punt away here on 4th and long. Brady Parker is going to get off one of the better punts he's had tonight. Drives Baxter back to the 35-yard line. Trying to make something happen. He'll get a short return.
Yeah, last hit on him by Lester might make Baxter realize, you know, I probably should have gone down earlier. That was a heck of a hit by Lester, who give him a lot of credit. You know, he had the fumble in the first half. He had a little bit of a stinger, played a little bit hurt. You know, a lot of guys would just kind of beg off this game, but not Lester. You know, speaks well about his character as a freshman.
So Grove will start at their own 39. They're trying. Brady Parker is going to stay out onto the field and looks like play a little defense. He's back to the ground with Barraza, works that left side. He'll get tripped up shy of the 45.
Yeah, just one of those running backs, even when you stop him, he's gotten positive yardage, right? You look up and you're like, oh, we surrounded him, he didn't get much, and it's still 5 yards. And he's one of those guys, too, that he accelerates so quickly. I swear, every time he hits that corner, Randy, doesn't it look like he's going to bust it all the way?
He does. 2nd and 5 here from the 44. Hopkins picks it up, fires this one, gets it complete. Down that far sideline, it's a foot race. And nobody is going to catch Trevin Baxter, and he's going to get in and score the Fat Jack's Pizza touchdown.
This is nothing more than a blown coverage. A little bit of a hitch. Baxter just takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, looks back at his quarterback. Hopkins throws it out there, and then one little move, and I will say, see you later, style and profile time. I got a date with the end zone. Baxter, big play.
Baxter, his 2nd receiving touchdown of the night, covers 56 yards. Now Verhoff on for the Washam Plumbing and Heating extra point, which is on the way and good. And this one is turning into a rout in Columbus Grove, comfortably in front, 38-6. We'll take ourselves a timeout here on WOSN. 38-6, Columbus Grove in front. As we have ourselves
number 80.
Greater than 30-point differential after the second quarter. Clock only stops for timeouts, end of quarter, scoring, and Randy's favorite, any unusual delay, which we've never gotten clarification what that is.
I'd like someone to explain. Yeah, that's all I want to know. Difference between an unusual delay or an unusual delay. kickoff has
Purnell
the
falls on it.
just fallen on
14-yard
back of the
line
14-yard line.
Thunderbirds.
Game tonight's been brought to you by American Pawn. Gold is at record highs. Come find out how much your old jewelry can be worth. American Pawn pays the highest. We buy, sell, trade, and pawn gold, guns, and electronics.
I know you're a big gold buyer. Is that where you go to buy your gold?
Yeah, you never know.
No.
First and 10 for the Thunderbirds.
Randy has giant bricks of it in a safe somewhere.
Oh, good. Yeah, please. You want to give out my
I know the combination.
car,
even.
my car and make and model as well while you're at it. License plate number.
Well, you take all those big WOSN checks we get and buy some gold.
Run straight ahead on first down.
Lester runs it for the Thunderbirds.
Just made a move too. How do you think I could afford
By a
that?
pack of dogs.
With that gold.
Yeah,
Hey,
paid the movers in gold too.
Thanks, Mr. Austin Gander, number 54, shows up again. We started this broadcast with Keys talking about how important it was to take away A and B gap of this LCC offense. And, boy, Columbus Grove has done a great job of that. It's forced everything to the side, and they have just rallied up, with the exception of a couple jet sweeps by Flores.
38-6, under 9 to play here in our fourth quarter on our scoreboard tonight. Brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Dallas, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering, too.
Well, we just talked about that jet sweep, and Jamison Rader says, well, I'll show you how to take it on. I'll blow up the block and then get involved on the tackle. And unfortunately for LCC, it looks like Flores is hopping up and down. Not a good sign.
This LCC team has been somewhat beaten up, so...
Well, how about that? Our producer, Ken Reeker, just got in our ear. He said that was your unusual delay because the clock stopped a little bit.
Yeah, let the injured player... But that's usual. There's usually injuries during a game.
This is true. I was going to say maybe it was the hopping. Write that down. Next time we see hopping if the clock stops.
Okay, all right.
Well, that Ken Reeker, he's on, isn't he?
He's on
He's
top
the
of everything.
best producer in all of it. And modest, humble guy, too.
3rd and 4 for the Thunderbirds from their own 20-yard line.
He just gives me a list of things to read, and he puts the graphic up. That's all I know. Good pass underneath, completes.
Parker completes it to Jackson
As he
White.
finds Jackson White once again.
Caleb Davis on the tackle.
It was Jackson White that had that tremendous catch on the first drive of the second half in the back corner of the end zone.
1st and 10 for the
Jackson
Thunderbirds
White,
from their
a
own
guy that will be
28-yard
back
line.
in this offense next year, just a sophomore, 6'2", 153 pounds, and shows that he can win 50-50 balls.
Latest completion, enough for an Ultimate Outdoor first down. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. First down at the 28. Parker, trouble with that handoff once again. Some nifty movement out of the backfield in the run here
Eddie White with
on
the
first
run,
down
tackled
as we
by
go
Baxter.
to, looks like Eddie White seeing some more action, another freshman.
Bring up 2nd and 3 for the
Eddie
Thunderbirds.
White, a guy that got a lot of carries earlier in the year when Matthew Quatman was out. And, you know, between Eddie White and Carter Lester, they're almost identical body types, right?
They are.
Big running backs. I'm just saying it, Coach Paulty. You don't have to do this. Wishbone next year. What do you think? What do you think? He says ruh-roh, not wishbone. How about those Scooby-Doo cleats?
Love it. Back on the ground, here's White again, but hopping over one defender, and he's going to get out of bounds on Columbus Grove side of the field as he'll get another Ultimate Outdoor first down.
Yeah, little nifty feet right here. You're going to try and grab my ankles? No, you're not. Whoop! Get out of here. And that was Gavin Barraza trying to get him to the ground.
Pick up a 16 on the run. As you saw the replay there, thanks to Hawker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at hawkerdrywall.com to see how we can help you today. Fresh set of downs for LCC at the Grove, 49 trying to make this a little bit more competitive here is we're going to have someone is being told to get off the field. Someone's being admonished out there.
It looked like Columbus Grove trying to get some fresh bodies in at the point of the game where the outcome is determined. Let's get some people in the game.
It's going back on the ground with Eddie White. He'll get a couple of yards. So we said in our pregame, the winner of this one's going to get either Mohawk or Macomb. And we are, last we know, heading into the fourth quarter, Mohawk with a 20-13 lead over Macomb.
Chris Algie at Macomb every year does something different with that team, right? Some years they run the football, other times they have kids that can sling it around the field. He is a heck of a football coach there.
So after that 3-yard run by Eddie White, LCC is going to take themselves a Metzger Financial Services timeout. Metzger Financial Services, helping plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. We'll take one as well here. We'll finish this one up when you return here on WOSN. LCC ready to come back to action here. Second down for the T-Birds from the Columbus Grove 46. As they go back to the freshman Eddie White, will get inside the 45, about the 42. Game tonight also brought to you by Putnam County Home Care and Hospice, providing in-home medical care for over 50 years. Make sure and request Putnam County Home Care and Hospice for all of your health care needs, where you are treated like family. 3rd and 4 now coming up here for the T-Birds. Send, looks like 3 receivers out. As we see a new quarterback out there for the Thunderbirds as well as Brady Jacobs, another freshman, trying to make something happen. That play strung out to the outside. Jacobs unable to get the first down. It's going to be 4th down. Looks like lots of fresh, clean white uniforms out there for LCC. So no gain on the play. And it is 4th and 3. Under 3.5 minutes left to go on our Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken scoreboard. Brady Jacobs gives the handoff as they go back to Carter Lester. And it looks like he is going to be shy of the first down. And Columbus Grove is going to take over at their own 41-yard line. Premier sponsor for Columbus Grove tonight has been Ohio Logistics. They provide all the assets and operational support necessary to meet your most sophisticated logistics requirements. Ohio Logistics, the smart move. To learn more, visit ohiologistics.com. Following our game tonight, we're going to select a Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner. Make sure you check out the highlights of tonight's Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner on the WOSN YouTube page. Bulldogs take over. They're going to see some new bodies out here on offense as well. It looks like they're going to roll on to a date in the regional semifinal. Ball is loose as we see Alex Meyer, freshman, coming in at quarterback now for Columbus Grove. Take a look at the Hawker Drywall and Plastering replay. Led to Columbus Grove coming away with the footballs. They got the stop there on 4th down. Long loss following trouble on the snap. It's going to bring up second about 16 as we're down inside the final 100 seconds of the contest. Meyer hits the snap, and he's going to be dropped for another loss.
Alex Meyer, tackle.
Take a look at the Hawker Drywall and Plastering replay here. There's a good stop coming up through. You get this stop.
Third down for the Bulldogs.
Be a number I didn't catch, so my apologies there. Third down, it looks like the starting unit coming in here to take one more snap, possibly, as a flag is thrown here. We're going to have an illegal substitution called against Grove.
Penalty flag on the field. Penalty against the Bulldogs.
So it looks like just one more snap needed for Columbus Grove, as the Bulldogs are going to make their way into a regional semifinal, as the final seconds are going to tick away on this one. And the big rematch. And not much of a matchup, as Columbus Grove is going to get the win over Lima Central Catholic this evening, 38-6. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to head down to the field. Our Miles Holiday is going to catch up with our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner when we return. Columbus Grove moving on to the regional semifinals as they pick up a big win tonight over Lima Central Catholic, 38-6, here to wrap up their home portion of the season. A big part of that was the general of the offense, Kyle Hopkins, for Columbus Grove. He is our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner. He's down the field with our Miles Holiday.
Kyle, congratulations on the big win. You guys had a tough one against this team about 3 weeks ago. What was the difference here tonight?
Our game plan, we knew what we had to do coming into the game, and we executed plays when we got on the field. Coach Roney has a great game plan every week, and it's just executed.
Yeah, let's talk about that game plan. You got things going. That first drive, what an amazing first drive. You guys overcome 2 1st and 20s, 2 4th down conversions, and then you saw something and ran it into the end zone. What did you see?
Well, at first I saw most of my receivers weren't open, and then I knew how to make a play, so I stepped up in the pocket, and I just knew how to get a 4th down, and I just tried to make something happen. I did.
Yeah, you definitely made something happen. A lot of talk this year. I mean, the quarterback situation has been something that you had to grasp and take care of, and have done a good job. Are you getting more and more comfortable every single week playing quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, when I first started getting quarterback, I knew the plays as receiver, but Roney eased me into the position, telling me what to read every play, and it's really easy after that.
All right, the guys up front, though, make your life easy, right? Your offensive line, how much do you appreciate these guys? Because you're running the football here at Columbus Grove. That's big time.
We probably have one of the best offensive lines in NWC. I mean, every play, they either have a pancake block or a huge run downfield.
Yeah, I sense that you guys are excited that you advanced, but yet you know that there's so much more meat on the bone, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, we know this region is going to be tough getting to where we want to be this year.
Well, congratulations. You keep playing like that. You guys will, man. What a dynamic dude he was here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And again, big part of the offense for Columbus Grove as the Bulldogs get the 38-6 win over LCC. So they're going to move on. And again, we'll find out a site that they're going to be off to for a regional semifinal coming up here later on in the weekend. We want to thank everyone for making our night possible here at Columbus Grove. Starts with the great staff at Grove. Treat us well each and every time we come here. Can't thank Curtis and Peyton for the work they've done on the cameras. And, of course, the man sitting behind me, Ken Reeker, always makes sure that everything looks and sounds the way it is supposed to. So there's the updated bracket. We can put in that the top seed, Columbus Grove, will advance to play one of those regional semifinals. Again, follow along WOSN social media. They'll have all the information as it gets released. Usually early to midday Sunday, we'll figure out all the sites for all of these tournament games that now moves to turf fields and the neutral locations. So 38-6 the final. Grove gets the win over LCC. For my partner Miles Holiday and our entire WOSN crew, I'm Randy Roberts. Thanks for watching, everyone.